What is a lead funnel and why does my nonprofit need one? This is a question I wish more organizations were asking right now because an effective lead funnel can have a huge impact on the growth of your organization. So, what is a lead funnel, or sometimes called a subscribe funnel? It's an automated marketing campaign that's designed to convert strangers, like website visitors, into subscribers so that you can nurture relationships that lead to more conversions, like donations. Okay, consider this. How many times have you visited an organization's website where the only action you could take was to either donate or leave? Or maybe if you're lucky, you could sign up for a very non-specific email newsletter. Marketing should be relational, and asking for money is kind of like asking for marriage. It's best done after building a relationship over time. So adding someone to your email list is like dating. It gives you the opportunity to nurture that relationship. But getting that first date, the email subscription, has to be enticing enough for the visitor to actually want to give up their email address. A lead funnel helps you get that first date by offering something of value to your visitor if they subscribe to your email list. Hi, my name is Ben, and I am co-founder of Louder Agency. We help nonprofits and purposeful brands reach and engage more of the right people online so they can make a greater impact on the world. We do this through intentional marketing systems like lead funnels. Because the reality is, most first-time visitors to your website aren't ready to commit time or money to your cause just yet. And most people don't want another email hitting their inbox every month unless they know that it's going to be worthwhile. So subscribe to our newsletter really just isn't enough. You need to offer something more valuable to incentivize visitors to subscribe to your email list. A funnel is essentially a marketing campaign that has multiple steps, and with each step we assume that fewer people are going to continue on the journey to the next step, hence the funnel idea. At the top, say you've got 1,000 people who are going to see an ad or some kind of promotional activity, and maybe only 100 of those are actually going to click through to your page. Maybe say 75 of those people are going to go to the next step and actually opt in for whatever your free resource may be. 50 of those are going to open and engage with your emails, and then maybe 10 of those are actually going to take the next step that you offer. Maybe that's to donate or volunteer or schedule a call with you or whatever that may be. The thing that makes funnels different than other types of campaigns is that funnels are generally automated. They're triggered whenever somebody opts in. They can be set to evergreen so that they're always available. They're not really time-bound. Other campaigns have a specific start and end date or time, whereas funnels can be automated, triggered, and evergreen. So there are 5 core components to an effective lead funnel. One are your traffic sources. How do people find out about this funnel in the first place? 2 are your landing pages. So what pages do you need to be able to get that subscription and then deliver the incentive that you promised? And also what needs to be on those pages and not on those pages. 3 would be the resource itself. How do you actually design that opt-in incentive or lead magnet that works? 4 would be your email follow-up series. How do you actually start to nurture that new relationship and get it started off on the right foot? And then 5 would be the next step offer. What's the logical next step that you are pointing this new subscriber to so that they can engage with your brand? We're going to dig into each of those in later videos, but for now let's talk about why. Why are lead funnels actually important for your organization? So let's go back to the example I mentioned before and ask a few questions. Think about what happens when someone visits your website today. How did they get there? What do they do when they get there? What happens after that? Do they remember you the next day? How about the next week? And if so, what is it that they actually remember about you? If you don't have a lead funnel in place right now, your answers could sound something like this. Maybe they get to your website because they randomly found you on Google or happened to come up in a conversation with one of your existing supporters. Once they get to your website, they might read about half of your homepage because that's what people do. Maybe they skimmed the first paragraph or so of your About page. Maybe went to the Services and Programs page and just looked at the headlines. Or maybe if you're really lucky, they read a blog post. Then, if you don't have a good lead funnel in place, they probably left your website without taking any meaningful action at all, and then promptly forgot about your organization until the next time you happen to come up in conversation. At which point, they probably remember your brand, but the thing they remember most is that they've got a friend who supports your brand, and that might be it. But with a lead funnel in place, then that answers might be a little bit different. So, how do they get to your website? It could be the same as before. It could also be that you were running targeted ads, whether that's a Google ad grant or social media ads, or maybe ads with some other partner in your niche. Those ads can offer that specific resource rather than just talking about your service or your brand generally. So it could be that specific ad that they saw, or it could be just that general kind of word of mouth or Google search. They might still skim a few pages of your site once they get there, not ready to, of course, donate yet. But now, instead of leaving, some of those visitors are actually going to decide to go on that first date with your organization by opting into your funnel. And here's where the story really changes, because now you have the opportunity to build trust, affinity, and excitement with this new subscriber in your email series, ultimately providing them a clear next step if they're interested in going further with your organization. This happens over the next few days or weeks so that you stay top of mind, and they're getting more than just a first impression of you. They're hearing the stories that they need to inspire them to take that next step action, and then hopefully they'll share those same stories with other people when they tell other people about your organization. See, a lead funnel helps you to reach, engage, and convert. You're going to reach more of the right people by that gives you something specific and relevant that you can offer to your audience so that you can promote that via ads or emails or blog posts or really anywhere that you get in front of your ideal audience. It also helps you to engage new subscribers with this upfront value that builds trust, affinity, and excitement, because that's how all human relationships are built. Whenever you meet a new person, the first thing that you ask yourself is, can I trust this person? Do they do what they say you do? Your website is making claims. That first example of the visitor to your website, they saw claims, but they may not really trust that you can actually follow through with those claims, and they only had that very short window of when they went to your website, at most, if you're lucky, clicking around 2, 3, maybe 4 pages of your website to really substantiate those claims. Whereas if you have an email series and you can actually engage with this person over more time, it gives you more opportunities to demonstrate that trust by telling stories of the successes that you've already achieved in your organization. Also, affinity. Another thing, whenever you meet somebody new, you want to know, do we actually have the same outlook on life? Does this person look at the world through the same lens that I look at the world? And then third is excitement. Am I more excited about the future with this person in my life than I am without this person in my life? And it's the same with your organization. You need to build that trust by proving that you do what you say you do. Affinity, because you want people on your email list who are going to be potential supporters that actually believe the same things about the world and have the same mission for your cause that you do. And excitement about this future possibility that you all can help accomplish together. All of this happens automatically in a lead funnel. You reach more people, you engage them to build that trust, affinity, excitement, and you actually convert them in your subscribers with that clear next step into maybe supporters with a donation, or, like I said, scheduling a call or some other action that they can take after starting to build that relationship, all automatically in an automated system. So studies by DemandGen, Annuitas, and Marketo show that nurtured leads produce more conversions at a higher value per conversion, and all for lower overall costs. Plus, when you have valuable resources for new subscribers, you can actually also send those out to your existing subscribers and to your existing donors and supporters to keep them engaged with your organization as well. Campaign Monitor and QGive did a study that shows that nearly 42% of donors say that they prefer to hear from an organization via email, and more than 20% of them said that an email from an organization would inspire them to give again. Now, I often say that half of marketing is really just having a reason to reach out to your audience other than the thing that you're really asking them for, like donations. So a great way to do that is by giving away a free resource that's valuable to your specific audience. Having a lead funnel makes all of your marketing activity more valuable. It keeps website visitors from bouncing away from your website, regardless of how they got there. It lets you start relationships with potential supporters by giving value up front. It gives you something specific and free to be able to advertise or promote anytime you get in front of your potential supporters, and it provides opportunities to engage your existing supporters. So in our next video, we're going to talk about common types of lead funnels, and then we're going to go really deep into the 5 essential elements of an effective lead funnel in future videos. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out. Thanks.